I'm Steve Flavell. I'm here to help impart to other pharmacy owners, particularly smaller pharmacy owners, how I managed to get shit done all these years. Now that's from everything from using Excel, using Microsoft Access, SQL Server, and lots of different programs to actually get what I need done as quickly and as productively as possible and as accurately as possible. So being the end of the month, I thought let's have a look at something that we all have to worry about, which is making sure that we get our bulk order actually spot on. All right, now let's face it, of course we can, for the bigger guys, they've got buy it right and all the rest, they can afford to do all that, but not necessarily for at our level. Not to mention buy it right needs a lot of customization to get it just right, but the reality of it is it's 6:15. I've got to get my bulk order done, got to get it in, I need to just worry about getting it done. Now obviously most of us would have a point of sale system that we've got. We'd have a stock group perhaps, or we'd make it as a sub department of all the different things that are actually in the that are a bulk order. Then we can just easily pull up a report, do a standard dispensary order from that. But personally, I just don't like that, because to me, that's, we're talking about 4.25%. I want to get every dollar I can possibly get to make that happen. All right, so this is this month's order, right? Okay, I'm just about to go and do it now. I'm going to have it set off. I want to be accurate. I want to get this done. Let's see how I do it. Okay, so what I do is I use Z Office, but I'm sure regardless of whatever point of sale system that you've got, you'll be able to do this too. I pull out an Excel spreadsheet file of everything that's in my bulk order and have a look at my stock on hand and the usage of all those things. Now, before I get into anything, I'm going to show you one little tip that is bloody cool, particularly through the month. All right. So through the month, what we don't want staff or anybody else or us to do is order stuff that could be on the bulk order, right? So how do we go and make it that they can tell? Yeah, sure, okay, we might have had it in a stock category or a stock group or whatever like that, but they're not seeing that when they're actually doing the point of sale order for the day. You still have to include those things in the point of sale order, because hey, look, if we're out of Atrovent, UDV, whatever, we need to order it regardless of whether it's a bulk order item, and so yes, we could exclude that from our point of sale thing, but we really need to have a hands-on way of actually going and saying, hey, look, don't order that until bulk order time or release. If you do, make sure that you order just the bare minimum to get you by. So what have I worked out to do? I put a little prefix. I'm zooming right in so you can see it. You'll see that there's this cool little prefix with just a little number 1 before everything that's a bulk order item. And that tells me when I'm doing my standard order during the month, hey, look, unless you really need to order it, kind of don't, because it's a bulk order item. All right, okay. Second thing I like to do is I like to put a space before my DDs, because we have DD fees associated with these things. So, and also there's a lot of paperwork and all that. So if we need to go and order the Ritalin LA 10 milligram, whatever it is, let's just bloody well order it and get a month's worth. That's the way I see things anyway. Okay, so what I do is I go and have my exported document. It's just a straight CSV file, whatever. Then I copy and paste into what I've got to cut and paste area, right? That's where I'm at right now. So from there, I've got already a customized printable report. Now, all that is that equals the cut and paste of there. All right, so it's really simple, but guess what? I've done a whole stack of conditional formatting rules to make it such that I cannot screw this up. All right, so we're halfway through this tutorial, so I want to really get stuck into it. So this is my order. All right, now I've got my stock on hand. It's highlighting to say, hey, look, you got no stock. That's pretty sucky. Now I've done a recommended from average, so that's what I call a weighted average. So if you look at that in the pure simplicity of the actual formula that I'm using, we've got the average of the M to O, so M to O, the last 3 months, plus the average of the last 6 months, add the two together, divide it by 2, minus the stock on hand, and that's your weighted average. So that gives you a pretty damn good idea of what you should be ordering. Now, also we need to look at, well, what about the maximum? What was, the killer month that we had, So if we take that into consideration as well, what would we need to do? So, like, just say if we look at, say, Caduet, the killer month appears to have been in July. So, in order for me to go and get that done, I'd need to order 7. All right, so let's have a look at this. It's 20 past 6. I've got to get home. I'm feeling tired. I've had a busy day. I don't want to screw this up, though. Let's get it done. Now, I'm just going to go to something with a bit of meat on its bones, so we can really go and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you can see that I've already done this with Eloquist, but let's have a look at these at just the Eloquist, right? So now, if I go on the weighted average, I should get 7 in. If I want to make sure that I cover everything, I should get 12 in. So let's have a look at that in that consideration there. 7 means that if I'm playing the game, like as far as the bet. Okay, so basically, if I order 7, I'm betting that I'll cover next month. So how do I know if that bet's going to pay off or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months out of the last 12 months, that would have covered it. So that's only a 50% chance that I'm actually going to order enough. To me, not quite enough. So recommended from average is a little bit lower because I can see my usage has dropped, and I do have to factor that into consideration, which is why I like to look at it from the big picture like I am. But if I actually want to go and turn around and actually consider the whole overall perspective, I need to actually go and basically look at every single month and say, well, it's going to do it. All right, so if I get 7, that means 6 out of 12 months I'm covered. If I get 8, oh, that's looking a lot better. That means if on average, if I chose 8, I'd do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of the 12 months of the year. So as a betting man, I reckon 8's probably going to be the go. If I wanted to go crazy, of course I can go and do that and get, 12, and that'll cover everything because that's the recommended from the max. And so that's going to say, yep, you're green, good to go for every single month of the last 12 months. But realistically, if you want to gamble a bit and but not waste too much money, I reckon 8's probably your best bet. If you want to be really careful, we could have a look at 9, but you can see it doesn't make much difference. Even 10 doesn't make much difference. Even 11 doesn't make much difference. It's only when we hit 12 that it actually really makes much difference. So, I'd probably go to 8. So that's that's the way that I do that. Now, just say if I got really stingy, of course, and went, oh look, nah, I'm feeling tight, I'll get 3. Okay, so it's conditionally formatting, really spelling it out to me. Doesn't matter how many scripts I've done today, how tired I am, how many other things I've got to do. It's showing me very clearly. That's if you order only 3, you're going to be in the red for every single month. You are not going to have enough stock. Plus, it's highlighted in yellow. So do not order just 3 units. Don't be a bloody idiot. Go and order something a little bit smarter, like 8. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'll let you go for tonight. So I'm going to go straight to 20. 20. I only cover 1 month of the year, so 1/12 of the chance I'm going to do it. It recommends 28. Let's have a look at that. 28. That's looking pretty damn good. So if I'm feeling cashed up and I really don't care and I really want to maximise my discount, I'd probably you could look at 35, 38 maybe. 38's probably a bit much. 35. I reckon 35, based on, and obviously everybody's financial situation at any particular point in time in any month can be completely different. So from this, you can actually go and make those educated guesses as far as like, if I get 35 units, what's the chance of this going to be that 35 units is going to cover me? From a gambling perspective, that means that I would cover all apart from 3 months of the last 12 months. So you can obviously just do this by looking at that boring old other spreadsheet, and by trying to plow through this crap on your own with all the zeros and all that. But oh my god, I don't know about you, but that just gives me a headache. You know, to try and actually come up with a meaningful order from that, it's just like, nah, that sucks. All right. So this is something where it means that I can get this bulk order done 10 minutes flat, know that I'm on the mark, I haven't screwed up at all. This will not let me screw up. All right. And then all I have to do is transpose that straight over to the actual PBS deal sheet. And I use a different method to do that, which I'll explain maybe another time. And enter those values in, and I can guarantee that I've got my best chance of getting the 4.25% on all my key lines that are available. I haven't missed out on any opportunities. I've taken everything to the absolute max that I can, all within budget, and made the best managerial decision you could possibly make. All right. Okay. So if you found that this useful, give us a like, and let me know, because obviously if I get enough feedback, I'll make some more of these videos. This is just the bare basics. There's whole other aspects of SQL Server programming, hotkey programming. There's lots of stuff I could go and teach you guys if you're interested. So hit us with a like button if you like it, and we'll see how we go from there. All right, cheers, see ya.